What is gut microbiome and why should every woman over 40 care so much about it? Well, let us first understand what the gut really is. Gut is that long winding tube which starts in the mouth and ends in the anus. It is not just a food pipe, it is home to 100 trillion microorganisms. Those are bacteria, fungi and viruses. You already know that some of these microorganisms are called good bacteria. And this good bacteria helps in food digestion, help in the production of vitamins like vitamin B12 and K. They are responsible for protecting you against infections. The gut also produces a lot of hormones. And the majority of your immune system is in the gut. And these microorganisms help in all these processes. There is also bad bacteria. And when the population of this bad bacteria is more than needed, it leads to inflammation, bloating, weight gain, and cravings. A healthy gut is a balance between these good and the bad bacteria. Most people take gut as a digestion center, but it does a lot more than that. In reality, it is a control hub. It talks to your brain, your liver, your thyroid, and ovaries every single day. And do you know your gut has its very own nervous system? That's why it's called a second brain. And 90% of your feel-good hormone serotonin, it's produced in the gut and not in your brain. Women over 40 should know that our gut and our hormones are deeply linked. Firstly, there is a two-way relationship between estrogen and the gut bacteria. Estrogen nourishes and influences the gut bacteria, and in turn the gut bacteria actually regulates the estrogen levels in the body. So in 40s, when the estrogen levels decline, it leads to a dysbiosis between the good and the bad bacteria, which triggers inflammation and further weakens the gut. And if your gut is already unhealthy due to medication, stress, poor eating habits, then the estrogen gets reabsorbed into the blood. And what that does is estrogen dominance, which leads to irregular periods, fibroids, PCOS, mood swings, cravings, and many more things. Second, there is a link between low estrogen and leaky gut. Estrogen helps maintain the tight junctions in the gut lining. And when the estrogen levels drop, the gut lining becomes permeable. What that means is now the food particles and bacteria will leak into the blood. And once they leak into the blood, it leads to inflammation. And what this inflammation shows up like? It shows up like joint pains, stubborn belly fat, mood swings, and fatigue. Third, and very important, the gut microbiome regulates your metabolism and weight. And do you know, your gut bacteria plays a very big role in how you burn calories, store fat, and manage blood sugar. And when the estrogen levels fall in 40s, it leads to slower metabolism, insulin resistance, and weight gain around the belly. Even if you do not change the kind of food you eat, but your metabolic flexibility, which is your ability to burn fat for fuel, decreases because of this. And again, a very important one, there's a very close connection between your thyroid and the gut health. Did you know that your thyroid is very heavily dependent on gut health? Because the body needs T3, the active form of thyroid, which is responsible for metabolism, weight control, and temperature of the body. And the conversion of T4 to T3 happens in your liver and gut. And if your gut is unhealthy, then this conversion might not happen. This means even if your thyroid function tests are normal, you may still feel fatigue, slower digestion, weight gain around your belly, and hair fall. And fifth, your gut gives you extra vitamins like B vitamins, which are needed for hormone balance, metabolism, fat burn, and many other things. And also vitamin K2, which is needed for your bone strength, heart health, and also calcium accumulation in your bones. I hope now you know why gut health is so important, especially for women over 40 years. Please keep following for more such helpful information.